Hi there again. Reed from ThunderLaser here, and this video is going to talk about the steps you need to take outside of LightBurn before you're ready to make a cut. If you always send your jobs to the laser instead of clicking start, this is usually the final step before your job is ready to go. The most important things to remember in this step are aligning your materials and focusing your laser head. Step 1 is important, especially if you're trying to engrave onto something like a patch or plaque. If your design isn't squared and aligned with the laser head, it can look off-angled and imperfect. This is doubly so when using the rotary tool, where doing a full design wrap requires proper alignment or it will become horribly skewed. During this time, you also want to ensure that your material is flat and not bowed out or warped. If this is the case, there are a number of things that you can do to hold it down. I find duct tape works fantastic, though it leaves gooey residue after a while. Other people love using magnets. Or another fantastic creation are standoff pins. I like to use these little 3D printed ones that pressure fit into your honeycomb bed. Not only will these hold your material square and aligned to the bed, it's also raised off the bed, so as to prevent flashbacks and smoke discoloring. At this point, if my design is loaded into the machine, I like to run a quick frame using the buttons on the front of my machine to make sure my design fits exactly where I want it to be on the material. Once you're happy with your materials placement, you'll need to focus your laser head to the proper height above your material. Most users prefer to use the built-in autofocus feature that comes with your ThunderLaser. This will ensure that the laser is the proper 6 mm above the materials if you're using the standard head. On Nova machines, as long as your material is between these two black sensors on either side of your bed, the Z-axis will adjust itself accordingly. To access this, click on the menu button on the controller on the front of your machine. The first option should be autofocus. When you press enter, you should see the bed start to adjust. If you're using a non-standard head, you'll need to manually focus each head to the proper height. This can be done using the little acrylic laser focus that can be found in your toolbox. We cut ourselves a slightly more advanced version of the tool that has steps, which makes it easier to determine the proper height. You can find a link to this file in the description below. Just lower your bed a little to adjust for the extra height, and place your focus tool on your material, and gently lower your laser head until it rests at the desired height on the tool. Then tighten the brass knob again, and you're good to go. On the Bolt series, to use the autofocus, position your laser head over the material. On your controller screen, you need to press the AF autofocus button. Upon doing this, you'll notice the bed start to raise until the material touches the plunger just below the laser head. This will then position the materials at the proper focal length. The bolt doesn't need to change the focal length based on lens swapping, as the different position of the lens inside the laser head will do this for you, so you should only need to use the autofocus. Though, it does have its own manual focus tool as well. This can be found in your toolkit. If you rest this on the thumb screws in front of your laser head, the tip of the focus tool should be just touching your material. And now, with the materials aligned and flat on the laser bed, and the laser head put into proper focus, all that's left now is to close the laser bed door and start cutting. Happy lasering!